We are extremely proud to say that today we are amongst the number one, number two, number three brands here. And Tata Motors has come off a long way. Last year when we launched the entire ICE range in April 2021, we changed the mindset, we changed the look, the feel, the entire experience of our Tata Motors brand. And the customers have started liking it. Okay, the love for the brand is growing, more cars on the road, and that is also helping to bring the Nexon EV, which is the electric vehicle portfolio, given more power. And what we have realized is that EV has become an icing on the cake. The market has moved towards EVs. Government also is having the vision in the same line of thinking. So from our side, we have prepared on both the sides, ICE and EV, and the more focus, dedicated focus on EV is coming through. The network is growing. The charging facilities are there, so our customers are finally very happy with us. And just yesterday I had a round of interaction with our customers and everybody was so pleased to have Nexon EV. So all the brands are going well and we are very happy with the current performance in Nepal. Over the last year we have done fundamental changes, and our satisfaction, I would say yes, very affirmative about the current range. The performance, market share performance, or in terms of the customers coming and buying the vehicles, the number of bookings, everything is going up. In all the segments we have a product now. So starting from a hatch to the higher end SUV, and though there has been a temporary pressure on the ICE industry because of the government announcement of import ban, but we have not left any stone unturned in terms of pushing through the ICE. People are still wanting to come and buy for ICE because there's a specific use case. There are certain people who want to buy an ICE. There are people who have EV application or EV use cases. So we are prepared on all the sides. And that's what is helping us. Absolutely, much more than what we expected. And right from the day one, Nexon EV has done fundamentally change of mindset in the way our brand can go and can connect with the customers. Because the EV customers have a very different choice. And they come not just for understanding of the knowledge, they are technology conscious, they're environmentally conscious. So our brand and the way Tata has also been growing over the years, we also connect with that mindset, that environmental friendliness. And Nexon EV is a perfect example. So wherever you go, we are there for the customers in terms of charging network, in terms of service stations, in terms of any help which is required, understanding, orientation. And this is all helping well. Nexon EV has been growing month after month. And today we stand at more than 1,000 plus bookings. I can quote this officially, and more products are also planned. It is just the beginning, and we want to see that can we become just not number one, number two from a statistic point of view, but also from a customer love point of view. Yeah. So like I said yesterday when we had a round of interaction with the customers, all these were randomly selected customers. A lot of voice we collect on and off, and we also tend to be having our ears on the ground. So all the customer feedback is very positive, overwhelming response. People are queuing up, they want to get the car early, and that's where there is a little bit of a supply issues that we have been having, but now we are coming out of that. So whenever the customers are coming to us, when we can give them a concrete timeline for delivery, and all this is helping. And the performance of the car, the experience of the car, all segments, whether it is a elderly or it is a family of 4 people, 5 people, or it is a new kid on the block who is just first time buyer, everybody is happy with the car. So we want to continue this momentum, and as I said, with new products coming up, this will only grow. Tata has the maximum demand, and this has been growing every month, and we also had the similar kind of demand in India. And there is always a supply pressure, but over the last 6 months it has got a little bit of a in control situation, and we are now starting to supply more and more to Nepal, because Nepal is extremely key market for us, very strategically important, and we treat the customers like everything. So of late we have now consistently started supplying a better number, and going forward this will be much more in terms of lower queuing up, lower delivery times, and we are working on that strategy. So both Nexon EV, Tigor EV, if you come and you book the car today, you will get a concrete timeline from our side. We are prepared for all the eventualities. Generally when do a mid-term, long-term planning, all the product range, we analyze which is the right product and what is the right customer segment. And if there's a government intervention on policy framework, first of all, we are happy to support the government in policy making. That is number one. so that there is no disruption of the market. Second is, if there's a policy which has come which isolates certain segment or certain volume, we also can prepare accordingly, because there is a reason why the government has done it, and we understand that reason. So for that part, we are already prepared our lineup accordingly. The new launches which will come up will be in that feasibility check. So it is not that we'll be coming with a shock, but it will be always ahead of the curve learning for us. We are already planning for the max entry at Nepal. We have understood the use case of Nepal customers. They generally buy the car for 200-250 kilometers daily run, or this is the maximum that they do, maybe 50 or 100 kilometers at max. But we are also preparing for the max, because we know that max will be hugely popular here. It is just that what is the right time, because we have already an existing lineup for the current EV. The right timing of max is currently being decided, and very shortly we'll make an announcement. I look after the passenger vehicle and electric vehicle segment. My colleague on the commercial vehicle industry is also planning on when is the right time for getting the EV bus in Nepal. I'm sure it will be a work in progress, but I will not be able to officially comment on this. When we launched the Nexon EV last year in July in Nepal, before the product came in, the infrastructure was ready. So we were very clear, this is like a baby, and you have to take care of the baby for the initial 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, till they start working on its own. So before we came here, Sipradi, our trusted partner, they invested in a full-fledged fast charging network, slow charging network with AC points. We had a full service capability. Today, as we speak, we have 19 fast charging networks. Then we have 100 plus, and growing and growing and growing. And also all the service stations are getting capable to handle an EV problem. So all this is helping us to get into the next leap of growth. When I get into a new product, and very soon you will hear new product launches from our side, we are already ready with that infrastructure planning. How much will be required, at what points, how will be the customer convenience be maximized in terms of charging points, in terms of service stations. We are studying this data, we are analyzing this data, and we will be preparing for it. First of its kind facility, and I have never seen this facility put up by any other brand also elsewhere. And what it will help is, EV is a new technology. Not everybody understands the way they should understand. So all the new people, all the skilling, all the upskilling training is happening in this place. So wherever they go, whether they go outside Kathmandu, or they go, even they can be flag bearers, or they can be the trainers for the other field that is going to be extended. So this center will become almost like a learning ground or learning school for everybody and anybody who has to learn about EVs. We would ask customers to come, join, get their acquaintance, get their orientation done. We would want all the people who are connected to the EV ecosystem, not just our service stations, not just our sales people also. So that is the longer term plan, and that is why this will be a good ground for the learning, and this is what we have done today as an inauguration. Nepal is a very extremely strategic market for us, as I said, and every 3 to 6 months we keep on coming up with new product or the ever. And if you see our last 1 year, that has been the practice. Unfortunately, the ICE has got a little bit of a pressure, but we are open on all the scenarios. And as I said, ICE and EV both will coexist for some time. But of course, now with the government policy, we have our dedicated focus on EVs. So you will see higher launches, more excitement coming this side on the EVs. And next 3 to 6 months is the time that we are wanting to activate that plan. And I would want and urge all the customers to come and to experience the car, because if you experience the car, we can guarantee that you will not hesitate to buy the car, because the experience that you will get is unmatched, unparalleled. No other OEM, no other brand in Nepal can boast for it, and we have proven it. We have more than 2.2 million kilometers already driven, more than 1,000 plus happy customers, and more than 1,000 plus bookings going forward is a happy sign of this, the way the country has accepted the Tata Motors EVs. And this will be a commitment from our side that we supply more, we get more product launches, we create the brand to a level where everybody, if he wants to buy our EV, he or she, Tata is EV. Customers are very emotional here, and in fact all the people are very emotional, and like we also think, not to get the sentimental thing, but we want to connect with the humans and the emotions of the customers. And commitment from our side is, whether you go to a sales point or a service point, even if you don't buy at the end of the day, you should be happy about this, okay? Because that is where the love comes from. If your family, if your kids, if your elderly are all coming to us, we would like to take care of that, and your experience should be on that priority. So we want to take the experience from today, from the next to the next level, and become number one, not just from a brand presence, from a market share per se, but an experience per se. And that is what we are now working towards.
बचत खाताहरू मध्ये सबैभन्दा बेस्ट एनआइसिएसियाको बचत खाता, यो हो सर्वश्रेष्ठ, यो हो सर्वश्रेष्ठ।